Hello everyone, welcome back to Coding Pills. In today's video, we are going to build a customer management system using Java, Spring Boot, and SQL. This is a real-world backend project where we will perform all CRUD operations like creating, updating, deleting, and fetching customer details. We will also we will also use Spring Boot validations such as @not null and email kind of annotations, which are very important for interviews and real project as well. So, if you are learning Spring Boot or preparing for a backend developer interviews, this video will be very useful for you. Let's get start the video. First of all, let me explain you overview of the project. So the first thing which we have to do is we will create a customer table with the fields like ID, name, phone, email, address, and creating date. Then we will build a REST APIs to we have a register customer, update customer information, delete customer, and fetch all the customers related APIs. We will also create some other APIs like search by phone number, mobile number, or email kind of related things. We'll test all APIs using Postman. Now, let's start by creating a Spring Boot project and then we'll design the customer entity. For this project, we just have to need some IDs like STS, that stands for the Spring Tool Suite. If you are using other one, you can use that as well. Like if you have IDs like Eclipse or VS Code, you can use that as well. I'm using here a Spring Tool Suite, which is very easy to implement our project by using a Spring Tool Suite. Okay, so make sure whatever the IDs you use, you have to run it as a run as administrator to not getting any kind of error. Okay, so just run as administrator. Okay, yes, this is the first IDs we need. In the database, we need MySQL. So let me also open the MySQL. Okay, so I just open as a simply. Okay, this is the Spring Tool Suite, and this one is my MySQL database. Okay, yeah, the password is as default. Okay, yeah, this is my database. Okay, also we need a Postman to check the our API. So here I already installed the Postman as well. I just open this software as well. Yeah, it's open now. Okay. Now let's go to the our Spring Boot and creating our project. So to creating the our project, so here you will be getting the option like create a Java project, Maven project, Spring Starter project. So we need to create the Spring Starter project. Okay. So if you are using this, you can creating by directly here, but you can also use Control N. Okay, and just search Spring Spring Spring. Okay, you will get the Spring Starter project inside of Spring Boot. Just click here, click to the next. Okay, now here you just clarify your all the details which you needed. Okay, so here name of the project like customer management system. Okay, this is the project name. After this, here the artifact ID, you just use like this customer management system, and the descriptions use same as if you use something else, you can use that. That doesn't matter. Customer management system. Okay, and the package will be also a customer management system. So make sure this is Spring Boot is same. After that, you need a one parent package that will be a what you have to write that becomes the parent package. Okay, so I just here write customer management. Okay, that's what you see. Okay, this is my package. After this, just go to the next. Here, as you can see here, we have some new Spring Starter project dependency. By the help of this dependency, we can easily to done our project. Okay, so what are the dependency we need here? First of all, we need a MySQL driver. Why? Because I'm using the MySQL. That's why we need a MySQL driver. If you're using some other SQL database or other database, you can use that dependency as well. Okay. After this, we need a Spring Boot DevTools. What does this mean? What is the use of this Spring Boot DevTools? The use of this DevTools is helps to during developing to make coding faster and easier. So basically, what they do is auto restart their applications. So when you change a code, it will be live reload. Okay. So we can also do the live reload our code and faster development cycle as well. Okay. After this, we also have a Spring Data JPA. So this dependency what do by using this dependency we use to connect to Java application with database easily. It provides a ORM refers to the object relational mapping JPA plus Hibernate CRUD operations without writing SQL. After this, we also need a Spring Web. By using this Spring Web used to build web applications and REST APIs. So it provides Spring MVC, REST controllers, HTTP methods like get, post, put, delete, and JSON handling. Okay, these are the dependency we need in this project. Or as you can see here, we also have a Lombok here. If you need some other dependency, you can search here. Okay, so as you can see here, Lombok is very useful tools. Means when you are using this dependency after getting experience. So if currently you're using like getters and setters, writing the getters and setters, constructors related things. But after this dependency Lombok, you just write a one single annotations that automatically give you the getters and setters. It will automatically provide you constructors related things. So I'm not using right now because everyone is freshers here. So we just skip the Lombok right now. If you want to try, you can try that as well. Okay, let's go to the next button. And in the next button, here we will getting the our project here. Now just finish it and make sure you have a proper internet connection. So finish. See, after project is getting created here. See, okay. As you can see here, we will getting the our all the files. Some people, if you're using using the first time of this IDs, you might be getting only two files. These two are not there. You might be getting like that. In that conditions, you also have some other options like import or okay, something is there. Yeah, build path, new resources, configure build path, and here you have to select all the related things and just apply and close it. You will get the all the file structure like this. If you're not getting, then you have to try this. Okay. So our project is ready now, created successfully. After this, let me come here. See src main Java. That means here we have to write our only code. related APIs code. As you can see here, we also have SRC main resources. Here we can configure our database related query like application.properties. Here you just have to write all the database related query like what are the password of your database, what are the username, URL kind of things you have to write here. Okay, so we'll explain you when we start our project. I just explain you overview of this project. Okay, so let's close this now. Don't save it. Okay, so let's come here. See, as you can see here, we have a one uh, package called org.springboot.customer management system. This is our parent package, and now we have to create some sub package to not getting the code conflict or not getting the messy code. For that, we need some other packages. What are the package we need or why we need? Let me just create a first. Okay, so first package we need a control N. Okay, the search package. Go to the package. See, this is our print parent package, and just adding here dot entity. I think you know that when we do the entity means it refers to the our database table. Okay, so whatever the database table we need to create, it will be creating in the entity package. Okay, just finish it. So the one package is created now. After this, now after this package, uh, we need one more package called ACK package that refers to the repository. Okay, why we need a repository package? Now the people is getting might be confused. If you are a first time developing this kind of project, you might be getting confused. But if you already are familiar with that kind of project, then you already know that. Okay, repository. Okay, repository package. What this package do? Inside of this package, we will create the interface, which is extend to the JPA. By using that, we can connect to the our database. Through the database, we will get the values. Whatever the values we need, we can get through this repository. Okay. For that, we need our repository package here. And the next one, control N package. The next package we need a dot service package. In the name itself is saying that service. Service is what? You have to solve something. Okay. So in this package, we have to write our service logic. So our code is getting structured way. So in the service package, we can only write the logic part. Okay, like a business logic only. And also the next, we need one more package called control N ESEK package called exception. Exception. I think you people remember these exceptions. These are the concept when you are learning the Java. That is a very complex things. But when you are understanding and familiar with that, it will be very easy. The exception is when in your project is not running normally, that way in that time one exceptions will be occurs like 404 500 kind of things. So for that we have to handle our exceptions, and for the exception handle we need another package called exception. Okay, here we have to write our exception related query or code. Okay, now the next package we need a control N pack package called dot uh, controller CONTR controller controller. I think you know that when you are writing the controller here means it will be controlling everything. So controller be like very clean. There is no any extra code inside of this controller. You just have a simple code to understand how the our project is looks like. Okay. Okay, inside of this controller we just define the our like method is kind of things, the which type of method is doing. Okay, like get mapping, post mapping, delete, update kind of mapping will do inside of the controller. I think now we were done with the all the packages, entity, exception, repository, service. Okay, so why we need these many packages? We have to write a structured web program. For that reasons we need that much of package. Okay, so first of all what we have to, or also by using this packages we just get the layered of security. Like let's suppose if we if the client is entered like I need some details of customer. Okay, you just type the phone number and search it. In that time what will happen in the backend? When the API is hit, it will goes to the controller. Okay, first of all controller goes to the service goes to the repository go to the database. When it validate to the data, it will get back to the data to the repository to the service, and service to the controller. So this is called the layered of security. That's why we need this kind of package. Okay. So let me first implement the our entity class. Okay. So inside of the entity package, just click here, Control N, class. Inside of class, just write here uh, customer, customer, customer. Okay. This is, see in this video we are only dealing with the one table. Okay. I will also make the video in the multiple tables, but currently we are only focused on the first table. So at least of 10 to 20 projects I have done with the I have to done with the single table. After that, I will explain you how to build with the multiple tables. In that time, there are multiple relations you have to know about it. Okay, so customer here and just finish it. Okay, now the interesting part is here. So as you can see here, it's just like a class. So you think that how it classes becomes the database, how this class is going to creating the table in the database. You might be think the SQL is like you have to write the query of creating a related query, okay, and that goes to the database and creating that table, okay, but it will be not like that. By using the Spring Boot, it will be becomes the very easy. So what you have to do here, just a single annotations at the rate entity. By annotating of this entity, it will be considered as a customer table, and it goes to the database and creating this customer table. Now when we are going to the database and creating the table, you also need fields. What are the fields you need in this customer? So you need some like private integer id. Okay, then private string name, private long font, usually font. Okay, then what are the fields needed? Also we need a private string email, also private string after email. We also need a address. After this, if the customer want to create register their profile, they have to in the time of register you have to store the date as well. Then it will be registering the details. For that we need one more field called private local local date. So why we use the created and updated here? We use that because of we don't have to write every time when the customer is registered in our website. Okay, so it will be automatically created. Like how the ticket when you are booking the ticket in the IRCTC, it will automatically generate the time in the book of the time. When you are booking your ticket, it will be printing in your receipt as well. Okay, how it work? It working like we need something called protected protected void on create. Here is the create method. Here just write created it is equal to local date and time dot now. So it will be creating now shift. It means when the customer is registering that time, it will be creating that date. And also we need updated as well. So updated is equal to equal date and time dot now here as well. This is for the on creating time. Okay. What if I want to update for that also need a same method. Okay. Here on update. Okay. Update. Here we need only one thing, just updating that time. So we just have to update. And to make it as a create and update, we have annotations called pre-update. Oh, sorry, a pre-update is not for the on create, it's for the on update. Okay. And the type of the creating we have also called persist. Okay, pre-persist, which is for the time of the created. So it will be annotated as this. After this, you need getters and setters and constructor. So just creating here, like just right click, go to the source and generate constructor. Make sure you have to generate the default constructor as well and the parameterized constructor as well. Okay, so deselect this and generate. After this, again go to the source, generate a constructor with the field. So this will be generated the parameterized constructor. After this, you also need to generate a getters and setters. So just go to generator, select all, and generate getters and setters. Okay. Uh, After this, just Control Shift plus F for the orientations of your program. So these are the things you did manually, like generating the constructor, generating the uh, generating the getters and setters. But if you're using Lombok, you just annotate it as here at the rate constructor. So it will be generating the constructor, or if you're annotated as at the rate getters and setters, so it will be automatically generate the getters and setters in the time of running. So we were not using the Lombok here. If you want, you can use it. Okay. So now this entity class is almost done here. After this, Control M to creating the table in the database. Okay, for that here, go to the resource. If you remember in the application.properties, we have to define our resources here. I think copy paste is a better idea instead of writing manually. Okay, so you can go to my GitHub where there you can get this inside of this file resources application.properties. Okay, else I can also mention in my descriptions as well if you want to copy and paste it. Else you can write it manually if you are a first time user. Okay, so I just copy paste this. Okay, see I just copy paste here. the details of the our database. So what are the details I needed here? First of all, spring.datasource.url jdbc mysql colon localhost 3306. My port is running on 3306. In your database, and what port is you are using, you just enter that port here only. Okay, make sure you have to enter the right port, as otherwise it will not connect it to your database. Okay, after that, slash customer management system. Here I write the database name manually. That means if this database is already present in my database, then it will be not going to create. If this database is not present in my database, in that time it will be creating the my database. How? After this database name customer management system, I just write here question mark create database if not exists is equal to true. That's why it will be going to create the our database. Okay, first thing is right. Okay, this is a very interesting thing. If you manually did this kind of things when you are using JDBC related things. Okay, so it will be become the very easy after using the springboot. Okay, after this here username, in the username my database username is root and the password admin. In your case, what is the name of username and the password? Just enter that password and username. After this, just same as your data source driver class com.mysql.cj dot jdbc dot driver. Just write it same as it is. After this, digital auto update SQL query true format is true. So this query is basically when you are running any REST APIs in the Postman, it will give you the structure of how the query is executing uh, in the time of API calling. Okay, for that reason you need this. Okay, now this is done. Now just cut it, save it, and cut it. Control M. Even this is also done now. So to start our project, make sure you have to go to the parent package. This is the parent package, customer management system application. This is the project where our project is going to execute. This is the, as you can see here, it is annotated as at the rate spring boot applications. That means whenever we run our project, it will be going to execute from the here only. Okay. So let's come to this page and just click here, run as a spring boot app. Okay, click here. I why? Let me see what is the problem. Oh no, it's not a problem. It's taking time to run. Okay, just do like this. Okay, as you can see here in the database, the name of this. Okay, database driver this, dialect this, database version this, default catalog this. Okay, after this, as you can see here, we will getting the query here. You remember that uh, things that dot sql dot true sql dot structure that is used here to show that it will the database is created like create table customer id integer not null auto incremented address varchar not null created date time email varchar name varchar phone updated it and primary key id. These are the things is created in the database called customer management system. Okay, now to confirm that it is created or not, just open my MySQL, open it, and just click here. As you can see here, the port number is 3306 and the username is root. Okay, yep. Okay, just here, as you can see here, we have a button called refresh button, or else if you're using the MySQL, so you can see here also have a refresh button. So just click here and just see, is that created? Okay, so as you can see here, the customer management system database is created. Okay, inside of table, as you can see here, customer table is created. See, our table is created with the fields of ID, address, created it, email, name, phone, updated it. So now, as you can see here, we are going to right directions. Okay, I think you have done that much of things. Okay, if you are getting any problem, just do comments. I will solve. Okay, and just come back to the a second. Just close it. Not needed right now. Control M. Okay, okay, it's ready. Just let's off it again. Now, what we have to do here, just let's first create the our all the class. Okay, so in the entity package we also need a response structure that is a type of D. Why? As you can see here, when you are getting the response, that getting in the format, structured format. Oh, for that, let me see that JSON format. Basically, the getting the response in the JSON format, you have to need a response structure. Okay, just come in here. Just come here. Post here. As you can see here, see, to getting a response like this, if you are getting any error like http 5040, for that you need a response structure which is handle the http request, data, and the message. Okay, so let's come back to the here. Let me close this. Okay, just here create control and class class here response structure TURE, and inside of this brackets you need this symbol. Inside of this symbol you need a T type of data. Okay, and finish it. So it will be having some fields called private, sorry, private int status status code. Okay, then again private string 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 message, what kind of message you want to show for that message, and also private d data to store the data in the JSON format. Okay, these are the fields we need in the time of handling the exceptions or getting the response related things. We need these are the fields. Okay, after this you have to generate the constructor, no argument constructor, and the parameterized constructor. Just go to the source, generate a constructor, deselect, delete, that is a default constructor. Again go to the here, generate constructor with the fields and also getters and setters. Okay, so generate getters and setters over here. Control Shift plus F. So now this is also done here. After this, next we have to implement the exceptions. Before that, let's create all the classes. Okay, the exceptions class, control N class class. We need like customer not found, found exception. Okay, this is the first one. Also we need to create a one more class. Okay, control 10 class class called customer exception handler where all the exception handler is present. Whatever the exceptions we have to write it will be handled by the exception handler class. Okay, just click it. Okay, these two classes created in the exception package. Just okay, and after this, just come to the repository. Control N. Here we have to create the interface. Okay, the interface is like a customer in customer repository repository. Okay, this is the interface. Okay, next in the service package, control N class, we have to create the class called custo, and yeah, make sure that your class name should be relatable to your packages, so you can easily to identify that where that the program is going, where the code is going. Okay, so that way you have to write the class name. Okay, the customer service service, this is the service class, so customer service. Okay, and finish it. Okay, and after this, one more package is your control and class. Here you just have to write a customer controller, controller. Okay, controller, and finish it. Okay, these are the class we have to create first. Okay, after that we have to implement one by one. Okay, so now our actually concept is start how to creating the REST APIs. Okay, so before that we also have to first get manage the our exceptions. For that we have here two class. Okay, so first of all, just come to the customer not found exception here. Okay, so we have what we want to throw. We have to throw the extend runtime exception. Okay, so in the time of running, you have to throw the exceptions if we are getting the any kind of occurs. Okay, for this yellow line, just mouse over here and just add the full serializations. Okay, you don't write it, you don't need it. Just that remove that yellow line. I just mouse over here and imported this. Okay, after this, need a one method public customer not found exception. Okay, same as your class name. Okay, and here just use a string message. If you remember the our response structure class, that message is already present there, so we will getting from there side of message. Okay, sorry, message here, MESSAG message. Okay, now it's done. Control M. Okay, so not found exception is done here, but to throw the exceptions we have to implement the our customer exceptions inside of the customer handler. Okay, customer exception handler. Okay, here we have to actually our handle the our exceptions. Okay, whatever the exceptions we have to handle, we can handle here. So how the compiler or our program, our application understand, is it a exception handler or not? To make sure it is a exception handler, we have a one more annotations called REST. We have a REST controller and REST controller advice. The REST controller for the controller, not the exception handler. So just use a controller advice, and if you see a shortcut annotation, this combines of control advice and the response body. In effect, simply an controller device whose exceptional handler method rendered to the response body. Okay. By default, REST controller device apply to the controller including @ controller and REST controller. Use attribute of annotations to apply more specific filtering and criteria. Okay. Now it will be considered this is the class of the REST controller device. Okay. Inside of this, we just have to implement the first exception. Okay. So let's take here public response entity. This is present in ORG Spring Framework. Okay, inside of this like response structure, RESP response structure. Why we did not getting RES? Okay. Let me save it first. I think so. Response structure not getting. Let me see what is the problem. Control M. Okay, response structure right manually, and as you can see here in the down response structure which is present in org springboot.customer management system.entity, it will be present in the entity package. So just import it. Yeah, inside of this we just write here a string. Okay, then control M handle handle exceptions. Okay, name of the exception is handle customer not found exceptions. Okay, write name as it is. Okay, and after this just here customer not found. See, this class is present here, present in the exception package, so it will be important from there. It is a customer not found exceptions. This is from here. See here customer not found exception. If you remember this, so this is coming here and the exception type is customer not found, creating the object of that class. Okay, and after this just here response structure a string the structure is equal to new response structure. Okay, we're just creating the object of that class response structure class. We're just creating the object. By using this object we have to store the our response. Okay, so after this a structure dot set message. What we have to set message? We just save customer not found exception. So customer not found exceptions dot get message. What does it mean? So when we getting this the uh, invalid kind of a response, that time it goes to the customer dot exception. That means here, and by using this it will be getting the uh, message of that is that 50040 type of HTTP request. Okay, after this a structure dot set status code. Okay, HTTP status dot not found. Okay, not found. Okay, dot value. So it will be giving the not found HTTP code. Okay, after this structure dot set data null. We can modify this message as well. Okay, we can modify this message in the time of creating the APIs. Okay, after this just return new response entity, just control space and it will be coming all the things. Okay, after this, inside of here, structure, rapid in the structure, and HTTP status, HTTP status dot not found. Yeah, not found. Okay. Now the our exception is ready. We can use this method in the any APIs. Okay. How we use it, we'll explain you later. We'll see later. Okay. And to make sure it is an exception handler, for that we have an exception called exception handler. Exception handler. Inside of this, we have to write our uh, name of the class, that is a customer not found exceptions. Inside of this, customer not found exceptions dot class. Okay, so it will be going to that class exception customer not found class, and from that it will be give you the response. Okay, just save it. Okay, now the customer not found exception is completed. Okay, just now you can just remove it this part. Okay, after this, uh, just remove all the things here. Okay, uh, this one, this one, this one, this one. Okay, control M. Now I just telling you the structure. Okay, to not getting confused. After this, first of all, uh, controller should be there. The customer management system applications. After this, we need a customer controller. After this, we need a service package, so customer service. After this, the repository. After repository, we need a customer. Okay, so why this is structure? Why this way I'm doing, to getting not confused. Okay, how we are implementing the code, that you can easily to understand. So first of all, we implement the customer repository. Okay, to implement this here, just extend the extends. I think JPA. Oh, I did not remember the name. Let me see what is the name of this. Oh, that's a JPA REPO, JPA repository. As you can see here, the JPA repository present in org.springframework.data.jpa.repository. Okay, just import it. And the first place, you just have to write a class name, that is a customer. That is the our table name, or in the database, what is the name of the table is a customer. And in the entity package, what is the name of the table, a class is a customer. So we just have to enter the customer here, and we make sure you have to import in the right package. Okay, so see here, customer, which is present in org.springboot.customer management system dot entity package. Okay, just import it from here. So as you can see here, it will be imported here, and the place of ID, you just have to what type of data ID you store. So we just enter integer type of data. Okay, okay, now the our repository is completed here. Now we did not do anything here right now. Okay, but the beauty of this repository or this interface, you will understand later why I am saying this. Okay, so basically you don't have to write any query like the in the SQL you are writing. Okay, you just write a simple JPQL query, and by using that you can get the data from the database. Okay, so don't worry about it, I will tell you later. Now just come to the service package, service class, customer service class. And oh, sorry, we also have to make it as a @, repository, to know that is it a repository class which have to communicate with the database. Okay, so it will be a repository class, and this should be a business class or service class. We just imported annotated as a service. Okay, service. And the same way in the customer controller, we have to annotate as a REST controller. REST controller. Oh, sorry. The rate REST controller. Sorry. Uh, Not a device, it's a REST controller. Okay. Okay. So it will be also annotated as a REST controller. This is a service and this is a repository. Okay. Now we have to auto wired with the each other. Auto wired means it will be connected to the each other without extending the our class. Instead of using the extend, we don't use that. If you remember the Pozo is a simple class. We don't have to extend at all. Okay. So here, just use the our customer repository CUSTO and your customer REPO repository. See, this is present in the repository package. Repository package. Okay. Just import it and then customer repository and with semicolon. Make sure it should be a private. And to auto wide with that, we just need one single annotations @auto wired. So it will be auto wired with this class. Okay. Now in the same way, in the controller, we just also need here also have to auto wide with the customer service. So private customer service. Okay. Then again customer service. Okay. This should auto wide with the AUTO auto wide. Okay. So basically what is happening here, our customer controller is connected with the customer service and the customer service is connected with the repository and our repository is connected with the JPA repository. By using this, it will be connected to the database. So whenever we getting any response or whenever we want to get any data, it will be goes like this. The client uh, requested and the request come to this customer controller. Customer controller goes to the customer service and customer service go to the repository and the repository go to the database. If the data is present, it is coming back to the data to the customer repository. Customer repository giving data to the customer service and the customer service giving data to the customer controller and the customer controller going to give a data to the client. This is called the layered of security. Okay. So let's implement our first method. The first API we have to create it here. That is so first one is our registered customer. Okay. So just create like this public public response entity, wrap it with the response entity end entity. Response entity, inside of the response entity we have a response structure to get the structured way of data. And then what type of what we have to do here, what we are doing here, we just need a to save the our customer. Okay, that means registered customer. So what type of data is a customer type of data? So just enter here customer control space. So as you can see here, the customer is present in the entity package. Just import this package. Okay, and then here write a name of the method is registered customer. Okay, and then customer, create that a class of object that is a customer type of object. So customer. Okay, now that much is done. After this, let's implement the our business logic here. Okay, take here response structure customer structure is equal to new response structure. Okay, RESP response structure. Okay. Now that much is done. Now the first thing we have to save the our database. So how to do that? To doing that is very easy. We just need a structure dot set data. If you remember, the set data is present in the response structure class. If you remember, do you remember? See, I also confusing in the time of the learning. Okay. See here. Uh, 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 where entity package we have a response structure class. See, the data is present here. Okay, it will be coming from here. Okay, so let's come back to the service class, customer service class. Okay, set data, and the set data here, CU as the customer repository. Okay, as you can see here, the object which is creating is a customer repository class object. By using this object, we have to get the data from the database. So customer repository dot save. As you can see here, this method is present in the CRUD repository. That means repository means save what type of data is a customer type of data. So this should be come here. Customer should be coming to the in the save here. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So it will be returned to the save. The data will be saved in successfully. Okay. I hope you are understanding right now. Okay, what I'm doing here, basically customer repository class interface. Customer repository interface is extended to the JPA repository, and the JPA repository is already present that kind of method, that is a save, delete, find by ID kind of method is already present here. It is getting from this here. Why? The customer repository extended to the JPA repository. So whatever the method is present in the JPA repository is getting back to the customer repository. Okay. So that way here we just save the our customer customer. But we have to return the response in a structured way. For that, what if they were entering the wrong name and number? Then they have to throw some error. Okay, some technical issues kind of come. So for that, a structure dot set message customer. Okay, registered TERED. I think spelling is right. Registered SUCCESSFULLY. Okay, registered successfully. Okay, after that you also have to return the protocol, HTTP protocol. So that is a structure.set status code. Where it coming from? It coming from the response structure class. Okay, HTTP status. Okay, which is presented org.spring framework dot HTTP dot what type of value is it? It is a saving the data. That means I think it's a OK type of values. Oh, it's a created. Okay, created, because I'm creating the new entry in my database. That is why created. Okay, dot value. After this, okay, after this, just return the format of a structure. Return new response entity. Okay, is here the structure class HTTP status dot created. Okay, so now our business logic is completed. Okay, after this, okay, this is done now. Okay, the main part is the business logic only. Okay, here the first line which is wrapped in the response entity, and in this response entity wrapped inside of response entity, I wrapped my response structure, and the response structure we have a customer type of data. But through this we just save our data, and to getting response in the structured way we use a response structure. Okay, now I think you know that much. Okay, let's move to the customer class. For that, just copy the first line here. Okay, just copy this, control C, come to the customer controller and just paste it here and do this. Here just use return. As you can see here, what we have a customer service. Okay, return customer service dot, by using this object we just getting the our see, when I'm entering the dot, that method is already showing that register customer, which is present in the customer service class. Okay, just enter it. Yeah, what control values is saved, the customer type of values, and end with semicolon. Okay, it's done. The first API is done. Now what we have to do here, just the thing is needed. So when we are saving the data, it coming inside of body called inside of curly braces. The only data is coming. Okay, in this JSON format. If you remember the JSON format, the data is coming inside of curly braces. Okay, to getting that body, we need a at the rate request body annotations. Okay, and what type of response is it is a post mapping method. In the time of saving is called the post mapping. So that is the confidential information. So at the rate post mapping here. Okay, side of post mapping, just write a path like this, or you can write a path like directly here. Okay, you can write like this way as well, but better to write like this. Path is equal to register. Okay, register. And if you want to be a default path should be something else like uh, I think uh, 1 second guys, we just need in the time of request at the rate request mapping, just define the our URL. Default URL should be this. Okay, this is a customer. Okay, the URL will be this customer. Why we need, if you have a multiple controller, so you will be getting confused in which controller is the request is coming. For that reason you have to use this request mapping. The default URL should be like 8080 slash customer, starting from this. If you have, let's suppose employee as well, so it will be starting from the slash employee. So you know that the slash employee refers to the uh, employee controller. Okay, you can directly go to the employee controller, and whatever you want to change you can change it. Okay, to do not getting confused, for that reasons we need a request mapping here. Okay, annotations here. Inside of post mapping, path registered. Okay, okay, it's done now. Okay, now that much of thing is done here. Okay, so let me run it. Control M. Control M हो गया. Okay, now just run it. Okay, it's running now. Let's go to the Postman. Postman. Uh, one more thing. I think you should remember that. See, the Tomcat is starting on the port number 808. So you have to see in which port your server is starting. So my server is starting in the port of 8080. Okay. So just close this here. Let's copy this. Okay. Go to the new one. like here, see, what do we have here? Customer. Okay, as you can see, what we have a customer. Okay, so starting from the slash customer here, and the slash, what is the next URL of this APIs? Okay, so this APIs are having a slash register. So customer slash register. Okay, and to saving the request, here we have a row. What type of data? It should be stored. It should be saved the JSON type of data. Just here, copy this, paste this. As you can see here, let's suppose if your name is MD, number is this, email is this, address is this. Okay, and I'm trying to save this data. So just send it. The method is not allowed. Get is not because this is a post method. This is not a get method. Okay, and I'm trying to send as a get. That's why we'll getting this error. So just post and send it again. See, the status code is 201. Message is this. Data is this. So as you can see here, we're getting the structured way of data. That is why we need a response structure. I think now your doubt is clear. Okay. Because when I am learning the Spring Boot, I am also the confusion why we use this response structure every time. Okay. The customer assured successfully ID one, name MD, phone this one, email this one, address this one, created it. See, automatically creating the time and date and this as well. So now you're clearing about the what I'm doing. Okay. So let's check in my database. Just come to the MySQL, open, open. Okay, just refresh it. See, ID one, address Bhopal, India, email Talib, name MD, phone 9876543210. Updated is this. So now this API is working fine. If you also want to connect with your front end, you can do it as well. I'm not going to implement the front end side here. I'm just implementing the backend side. If I'm getting 10K of views and like and comment, I will definitely make it a front end side as well. Okay, I know the front end as well and the back end as well, so don't worry about it. If not getting that like and comments like that, still I'm uploading those that videos as well, but it will take some time. Okay, we'll getting a proper way. So let's come back to the here and to implement the another APIs. This API is working fine. Okay, okay, yeah. Next, we were implementing the new API called. First of all, let's comment here. Uh, mm, registered, registered, registered API, registered customer API. Okay. Next, what we needed, we need a customer. Uh, what we have a get customer by ID. Okay, by ID API. Okay. So let's implement this. Public response entity, response entity, response structure through the ID. What we are going to getting through the ID, getting the customer details. That is why what type of method is a customer type of method. Okay. The name of the method is get customer by ID. Okay. What we need here, integer. integer ID. Okay. Okay. Now let's implement this. To implementing this, first of all, we need a object of response structure. Response structure customer structure is equal to new response structure. Okay, and with semicolon. After this, we need a one more thing, that is the optional customer. What is optional? Optional is a class. Okay, which is present in Java dot util dot optional. Okay, Java dot util package is presented. Uh, this is a container object which may or may not contain not null values. Okay, if a value present in is present, return true. If not, it's present false. Okay, for that reasons we need a optional here. Okay, customer receive customer is equal to getting data by ID. Just here receive customer response structure. Oh, sorry, customer repository dot find. As you can see here in the customer repository, the CRUD repository, the method is already present find by ID. Just click here. By this ID, we will getting the data. Okay. Now I'm getting the data right now. Okay. But we also want to validate is it a data or not. For that reason, just here if rec receive customer dot is present, this method is present in the optional class. Okay, is present. What you have to do, just structure dot set message customer found found. Okay, then structure dot data set data receive customer dot get data. Okay, now the data will be getting saved. If the if that ID customer is found, will receive that customer here. Okay, so this condition is validate. Okay, if the data is present, then structure dot set method customer found regardless of the data to receive a customer data. Okay, after this also structure dot set a protocol, that is a HTTP. Sorry, set the status code. Okay, HTTP status dot what we getting. Okay, okay dot value. Okay, now here return new response entity the structure. Sorry, structure happened in the structure slash HTTP status dot. Okay, and with semicolon. As you can see here, still the red line is showing here. Why? We also have to give an exception. What if not? What if not? In that condition, we have to throw the exceptions. If you remember our exception package, that we are already that is a custom exception which is creating by ourselves. We are going to use that exception here. How to use it? Just here. Throw new. Just enter customer C not found exception control space. See, class not found. Will getting that getting yeah. Here you can see here customer not found exception is here, which is present in Springboot customer management system dot exception dot customer not found exceptions, which is present in the this package. Enter it, and here you can enter your custom exception error. Okay, just throw it here. Customer not found and with semicolon. Also, you can here just provide the ID as well, so that aware of it, what kind of ID we did not found the customer. Okay, can we just here concatenate the our uh, things. Okay, now this REST API is also done here. Okay, this is the business logic which is done here. Now let's copy this first line. Control C. Let's go to the custom controller. Here, just write it. Control paste, and here return the same. Return custom service dot get customer by ID and with semicolon. And where we have to get this ID inside of URL or in the parameter. So I want to get this inside of uh, URL. URL means I want to get from here inside of here slash ID. ID should be here. ID means 1, 2, 3, whatever it is. Okay. So I want to print in the URL. Okay. For that here, you just have to annotate it as a at the rate path variable. Okay. And here it is a get customer by ID. That means it's a get mapping at the rate. Annotate it as a get mapping path here customer slash slash inside of curly braces at the ID. So what is the URL now? The URL becomes the 800 slash customer slash ID. So now this is also done here. Let me check this as well. For that, first of all, save this. Control M. Okay. Yeah, it's running. Let's go to the Postman and check it. Just go to the new one. That is the get mapping. Just this instead of register, just customer slash what is the ID. Let's enter the wrong ID. Okay, let's enter the 5 here and send it. See, we will getting the even exception in the structured way, like status 404, the message, the ID of 5, customer not found, data null. What if enter the right one? Let's enter the one. Is it present? Yep, is it present? And we are getting the structured way of status code 200, message customer found, a data ID 1, name MD, phone this and email this, and address is created at and updated it. All the thing is coming here by the ID. Okay. So I think now you are getting familiar with the Spring Boot, and just get back to the here. Control M. Control M. Now let's implement the another APIs. Okay. Let's move to the next API called update customer. Okay. So same as just public UBLFE public response entity. Sorry, I think let's come inside the class block. Okay. And then response entity, response structure, and whatever data we are going to save is a customer type of data. Just enter customer, and then here update customer is the name of the method, and here creating the object of the customer, customer, and then here same as response structure, uh, customer structure is equal to new response entity response structure and end with semicolon. After this, we have to update the our customer. For that, here we need a optional here. Optional customer receive customer is equal to what we have a customer repository dot. If you remember, we have a method which is present in the customer repository, that is a find by ID, or else we can enter not find by ID is present in our service class, but we need a okay, yeah, we can use that to find by ID, no problem. So find by ID is equal to inside of ID here. As you can see here, we will getting the red line because here we were using the ID, but ID is not in our parameters. Here we need a ID as well. So integer integer ID. Okay. Okay. After this, after this, we have to compare it. So if receive customer dot is present, then what we have to do? We have to update our customer details. Okay. To updating that, if you remember in the data package, we were uh, write the getters and setters method, right? The setters used to modify the value, getters used to get the values. So in the same way here, we just modify the our values. To modify the our values here, we have to first need a customer type of object. So just customer exist customer exist customer is equal to receive customer here dot get to get the value. Okay. So now the values of this is customer coming inside of the exist customer. Okay. By using this exist customer, we just update our values like exist customer dot set name first name is equal to customer dot get name. Okay. Same way again, just copy here, control C, control V, dot email, sorry, dot set email, no, set email is equal to customer dot get email. The same way here, control V, dot set after email, what we have phone here, sorry, dot set phone, no, set phone, side of phone, just customer dot get phone. Okay. Again, this customer dot after phone set address customer dot get address. Okay, these are the things we have to modify. So this is present here. Okay, now after this after this changes, we have to update our customers. So again, we need one more object, that is a customer update customer is equal to new, not new, just is equal to a custom repository, custom repository dot save the our exist project. Okay, exist customer. Okay, so save is performing as an update, but to validate that is it I'm updating the our customer details. For that we need this kind of validations. Okay, so after this just same as structure dot set data update customer structure dot set message. Sorry, set message. Uh, customer. Sorry, customer updated successfully. SU double C double S SU double S successfully. Okay. Then again a structure dot set status code HTTP status dot OK dot value. Okay. Now just return it. Return new response. The entity. Okay. And then here the structure slash HTTP status dot OK and with semicolon. Syntax error, the token mismatch. Oh, sorry. And with semicolon. Also, we have to throw the error. What if the given ID is wrong? Okay, yeah, given detail is wrong. In that conditions, we have to throw the exceptions. Throw new customer not found exception. Okay, and here right here customer USTUN customer not found. Okay, okay. This API is also done. Oh, see here, updated API is done now. Just do this. Just copy this first line. Control C. Let's go to the controller. Again, just here. Control V. Return. Same as the previous. Return customer service dot get customer. Sorry, it's not a get dot. No, not coming. Let me say first. I think we did not provide the. Okay, we did not provide the public. So it's not accessible without a public. So when you are identify your modifier as a method as a public, that means you can access in the anywhere. So that's why after this, if I call service dot update, it will be working as it is. After this, what we have to do here, we were saving the our data, right? We were saving the our data. For that, you need annotations here. At the rate request body getting with the structure, and the ID is stored in the path variable. So at the rate PHP path variable. Okay, now come here. Now here you will be getting confused. So let me at the rate get mapping path is equal to, as you can see here, first we have a request body and second we have a path variable. So we just need the request body is coming inside of JSON format, but the path variable is coming in the URL. So just mention here update customer update. Okay, update slash inside of curly braces write ID over here. So what our URL becomes? The URL becomes like this: the customer customer slash update slash ID call this. Okay, so this is the our URL. So let's go to the Postman and check is it working or not. Okay, so just save it here. Control M. Yeah, so running now. Let's go to the Postman. Come to the new. Is it sorry, 1 second. It's the post mapping, it's not a get mapping. So let me do here. Post mapping. Post mapping. Okay. Let's come here. Post mapping. The URL of this slash what we have update slash ID1 body raw. I need to be 1 second. Okay, yeah, that means we have to first enter here. So here these are the values which we are saving the previously. Okay, just come here and just paste it here. And I want to update this MD to the MD Talib. Okay, just write here MD Talib numbers like 20 instead of this 20. Email is talib@gmail.com. Not like that, just a .com. Okay, at this Bhopal, India. Okay, now let's send it the request. See, we will getting the our customer is updated successfully, and as you can see here, the updated data is here. To confirm that is it updated or not, let's go to the database and see. See, currently the Bhopal, India name is Talib. Sorry, email is talib@gmail.com. Name MD. But just refresh it. See, the email is talib@gmail.com and the name is MD Talib and the number is 20. So that means this API is also working fine. So let's move to the another APIs. Okay. So let's go come to the customer service class. Okay. Just come here. New API called. So this API is get all customer API. So public. As you know that the name itself is saying that get all customer. All means you don't have a one data, you have a many data. Okay, that means you have to use a list kind of things to getting the all the data. But in the real time, you use the paginations like in the one time you will getting only 20 data. Next time you will getting again when you're clicking to the next button, you will getting the another 20 data. Right? Why? If you are directly get all the data, that means let's suppose if you have a 1000 or 1 crore of data, okay, and just click on the get all. So it will taking a too much time to get all the data at a time, and you might be getting your server crash. That's why you use the uh, paginations. But here we did not use that. We just simply do the get all. In the other video, we will use that pagination as well. Here we don't need it. So just for understanding, I just tell you, inform you that you have to use the paginations. Okay. Response entity, response structure. Now what type of customer is a list type of customer. Okay, inside of list what we have a customer. Okay, then just come out here, get all customer, and inside of this do we have anything? No, I don't think so. Yeah. Okay, after this just response structure, list of customer structure is equal to new response structure. Okay, and with semicolon. Okay, again list of customer, list of customer, receive customer is equal to customer repository dot find all. As you can see here, this method is present in the customer repository interface, which is extended by the JPA repository. So it will be coming from that. The method is coming from that. Okay. As you can see, a JPA repository, JPA repository. Okay. So just find all and with semicolon. Okay. So all the data is coming inside of the receive customer. After this, we just have to validate it. To validate that, just here, if the list already the implemented method is present, that is a inbuilt method. Okay, receive customer dot size is greater than 0. That means if the value is greater than 0, if you have at least of one values or more than that, then you have to get uh, all the customers. Okay, all the customer details for all the customers. So structure dot set message customers found, a list of customer found. Then here structure dot set data receive customer, structure dot set the status code, http status dot okay dot value. Again just here just return new response entity is wrapped in the structure slash http status dot okay and with semicolon, else we have to throw the exceptions. So throw new new uh customer cust customer not found exceptions. Okay. uh, so how it happens, just control plus space, you will getting the method cross suggestions, which method you want to be. Okay, side of this just write list of customers not found, list of customers not found, customers not found, not found. Okay, and with semicolon. Now this API is also done. Just implement our controller. Just copy this first line, Control C. Let's go to the controller and just here, coming back here, return same as the previous customer service dot get all customer. As you can see here, the method is coming in the suggestions, control space, okay, and with semicolon. Now here, just write the get mapping, okay, path slash. When you get all the customer, we don't have to write any URL. Just in the by default, when the, the client is enter this slash customer, all the customer details is coming. That's why just use here slash. Okay, let's save it and go to the Postman. Okay, Control M. Yeah, restart the server. Just come to the Postman. Go to the new one, and here customer. The what type of API is get type of the API. And what if I enter wrong here? Let me enter the post type of and send it. See, the timestamp is this. Status is 405. Method not allowed. What if we do the get? Let me see. Oh, we're still getting the bad request. Spring framework concept to request to the primary parameter. Okay, okay. Okay, what if I remove this? Okay, let's come back to the here and send it. Still not getting get mapping HTTP localhost colon 8080 slash customer. Let me see what is the problem. Oh, I think we did not save it. That's why. Let's save it. Just come back here. Send it again. Yeah, we will getting the values. As you can see here, we have only value in the database, so I'm getting only one values. What if we have another values? So for that, just come to the register and let's register the other values as well. e@gmail.com. Let's take name is a Tom. Okay, it should be a Tom. e@gmail.com. The number will be 8,000, something like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, let's save this. What happened? Oh, URL is wrong. Yeah, sorry guys. Send it. Yeah, let's start successfully. Now let's get back to the here and send it. See the list of customer is 2 right now. That means our program is working definitely fine. Okay. Now let's move to the another APIs. That is delete APIs. What if customer want to delete their accounts? Okay. What if admin want to block their accounts? In that conditions, just implement the delete here, which by using that we can delete the our uh, customer details. So just come here, Control M. Okay, here delete 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 customer. Okay, API. So this just this public public response entity response structure. Inside of response structure, let it be a string type string and then delete customer. Okay, delete customer would be okay. So how we want to delete? So to deleting the customer, obviously the ID is unique here. Just enter the ID here in the ID. Okay, by the ID we can delete the customer. Okay, so I think our method should be delete customer by ID. It should be a relatable name so that another can also understand what I'm doing in my delete customer by ID. Response structure a string structure is equal to new response structure and with semicolon. After this, first of all, we have to throw the error like customer receive customer is equal to customer repository dot find by id customer repository dot find o dot ind find yeah find by id find by id okay find by id dot or else or else or else what we have to do. Sorry guys, it's not a or else, it's a or else throw or else throw. I did not remember what type of symbol it is. Something called in Java. I, for, I forgot the name. Okay, I think you know that what I'm trying to say that uh new customer not found exception. Yeah, just write it here. Customer not found and with semicolon. Okay. This is the what if the customer is not found, then you have to throw these exceptions. But what if found is found? Then then you just need a customer repository dot delete receive customer. Okay, delete receive customer. It's done. Obviously it's done, but we also have to handle the response. To handling the response, just here response structure, a string. I think it's already there. Sorry, we don't need this here. But to be right way, just come this side, paste it here. Response structure, match structure dot set data, set data, what customer delete 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 successfully SUCESSULLY. Okay, then the structure dot message 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 should be success SUCESS success SUCCE. Okay, success. Structure dot set the status code HTTP status dot okay dot value. Okay. After this, return a new response structure. Sorry, what the response entity structure slash HTTP status dot okay. Okay. Now this API is also done. Now let's move to the wait 1 second. Just copy this first line. Move to the controller. Sorry, let's move to the controller, not move to that line. Okay, just copy and paste it. Okay, and then here return new, same as the previous customer service. Uh, Sorry, not a new customer service dot delete customer by ID and with semicolon. What we want to be where to uh, use this ID. I want to use in the URL of that at the red path variable. And here, what type of method it is? Delete type of method. So am I having any other instructions like delete? Is it a delete type of method or not? So mostly some of the people don't know about we have a get for the update we have a post mapping instead of One more thing, guys. We also have updating. For the updating, we have a put mapping. So in the time of update customer, we use the post mapping. Instead of post, we have to use a put mapping. Let's come here. We use the put mapping. Put mapping. Put mapping is represent to the update type of method. And the same way here we have our delete mapping. So delete. Okay. Inside of delete, we have a path is equal to slash delete e delete slash path variable inside of curly braces the ID. Okay. This now this method is also done. This API is also done, not a method only. Obviously, we were implementing the representational APIs that is called the REST APIs. Okay. So after this, let's save this and control them. So our our server is restarted. After this, just come to the here. Before we go to the delete, let me check once again that our update is working or not. Instead of post, we have to use here put. Okay. I want to update the ID one. That is Dali becomes the MD Anas. Okay. And the family will be wait for 1020. Okay. And the email should be Anas. Okay. 1 2 3 4 5. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 81 8 6 7 or 20 50. Okay, after this, let's send it. Yeah, still is working fine. Status 200. Message customer updated successfully. Data is ID, name, phone, email, address, created it, updated it. Okay. Now let's come here. Check the get all. In the get all, as you can see here, our customer detail is updated here. MDNS number is this, email is this, location is this. Okay. Now let's move to the delete mapping. So just as you can see here, we have our delete and this customer slash delete is a URL. Delete slash I want to delete the ID of 3. Okay. End it. See the status code is 404 and the message customer dot data null. That means that the ID of 3 is not present in database. So let's go to the database and check, yeah, is it valid or not. Just refresh it. As you can see here, ID 3 is not present here. We have only two data, that is ID 1 and ID 2. Let's come back here and I want to delete the ID 2. Okay, send it. As you can see here, status code 200, message success, and the data customer deleted successfully. That means we are going to the right direction and this API is also working fine. Let's go to the database and see is it working or not. Let's refresh it. See, the one data is deleted here. That means our REST APIs is working fine. Let's move to the another REST APIs. Okay, I think that will be the last one. So last one is a very interesting part. Now you will understand why we need the customer repository. You only know that key we need to get the data from the database by using the customer repository. Not at all. We also have some other things. What if I want to be uh, get us customer details by phone number? How to do that? Then then the customer repository come to the picture. Okay. So how we do that? Just here, come here, up, not the public, customer, 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 presented entity package, customer, not like that. Null, customer, okay. Then here, just give it to the SEAR, search by phone. This is the method name, and here just type in the long phone here, and with semicolon. If you remember the Java interface, the interface stored the uh, the method with the semicolon and with semicolon. So here, this is the method we have to implement in the another class called the customer service class. But I just writing the here method only. Okay, we did not do anything else here. How it going to the database and giving the values. For that, we have a query. Here, we just need to write a simple query. At the rate annotations, which makes our program is very easy. Query, kind of query, write, select, select, C, space, C, from, from, same as our customer, customer, C, customer, customer, C, okay, where, 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 E dot font, C dot font is equal to question mark 1. Okay, that's it. Only that much of query is enough to get the customer details by the phone number. As simple as that. That's why if you uh, if you are learning the SQL in that time, you think like how to do this much thing in the coding. But actually, you are not actually doing the SQL a structured query language. You just need a simple JPQL query. By using that, you have to implement the REST APIs. Okay. Now let's implement this in the customer service class. Okay. So just come here, just coming here and do the same as here. Response first of all here SEARC search by phone API. Come here. Response entity, response structure, and if you remember the customer repository, we have a optional customer. That's why wrap it with the customer inside of optional. Okay, and here SEARC search by phone. Okay, and here long having a phone here. Side of this, we need a response structure, optional, customer, structure is equal to new response structure, and with semicolon. After this, also need a optional customer to validate that customer receive customer is equal to customer repository dot search by phone. Now you will be getting now you are getting clear how it's working. As you can see here, we use a optional customer, creating the object receive customer is equal to customer repository going to the customer repository dot search by phone. So as you can see here, we write the search by phone. So when the client is calling to the search by phone, it goes to the controller, controller goes to the service goes to the customer repository, and customer repository just execute this query and going to the database and giving to the result. If it's not present, it will be give you the uh, error or invalid inputs. How? Let's implement this. If receive customer dot is present, sorry, is present, then just set the values structure dot set message a customer found, and with semicolon structure dot set data receive customer structure dot set status code http status dot ok dot value. Why what happened? Okay, dot value. Okay, and the same as here, just return uh, return 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 new response entity, and just here rapid with the structure slash http status response. Sorry, control y uh, http status dot okay, and with semicolon. What if not? Just throw the error here. CHRO throw new customer not found exception here, and just give it to the customer inside of double quotes customer not found. Okay, and we can also just concatenate with this like phone plus given number is not found, like that we can give it to the, and why we were getting the error. Oh, and here given number plus operator on customer not found. Yeah. So this API is also done here. After this, just copy the first line, same as usual. Go to the controller, just paste it here inside of this. Return customer service dot search. I think we did not give that access modifier. Yeah, let's give it to the public here. Now let's do this like dot search by phone number is coming now. Now it should be it should not a phone number is not written inside of this URL. It should be written like input field, right? So for that, here just use request param request param, and here get mapping, because searching is a get mapping, right? To getting data, I think oh, it's a confidential information, and you are typing the phone number, so we need a post mapping here. Inside of post mapping, just path over here, sorry, p path is equal to slash that's right, I see here the search by font. Okay. Okay, now this is done. Now let's save it and go to the data, go to the Postman and check is it working or not. So let's copy this, go to the Postman and new whatever request it is, Postman request. Here, write it like this. After customer, write it this search by phone number, and we will enter the values. It's not a path variable. We did not enter here mobile number. We have to enter manually like phone. The number is, I think, what is the number? We see control A, control B. This is the number we have. Let's enter the number and send it. As you can see here, the mobile number, the given mobile numbers, we will getting the data. The numbers which we are providing having a data called ID1, name MDNS, phone number this, email this, and address this. What if we were enter the invalid number? Let's do it. See, the given number is customer not found, uh, and data null, and status code 404. Okay, so that means the our project is done here. Now we don't have any other related query to do this, but I will give you the one homework. Okay, what is that homework? The homework is just come here, just copy this, control V. I want to search by phone and email and email. Okay, we have a phone, a string email. Through this, I have to search. Okay, how to do this? So you have to implement this. I will not going to implement this. You guys implement this. If you are getting any problems, let's comments below. I will definitely solve your problem. Okay, that's all about in this video. Thank you for watching Coding Pills. Just like taking small pills of knowledge every day.